Welcome old school legends and car audio enthusiasts. Today we're going to meet the owner of this amazing sound quality car audio system. However, there is a catch, and that is the owner is profoundly deaf. Damien,
Right.
pleased to meet you.
Likewise.
And I've heard a lot about this car, so I'm really keen to have a listen to it shortly, but I think what I really want to understand is how do you hear the audio given that you almost have no hearing? I really trying to grasp that when I was first introduced.
You're not the only one. Everybody asked me the same question.
Tell me how you hear.
For me, the hearing aids that I wear pick up most of what I can't hear. And generally what I try and do is understand what I'm hearing and try and hear the finer details of what I'm hearing. So this little challenge has been 15 years in the making.
15
I think
years.
I finally got the setup that works for me.
Yep.
That allows, and the install setup allows me to hear as much as I can with what I've got.
Your hearing was, did you lose your hearing?
I was born deaf.
Okay, right.
I had a very difficult childbirth.
Yep.
I was in a humidity crib for 10 days. It was actually lack of oxygen what killed my hearing. Now, to explain where my hearing disability actually is, you got the outer ear, middle ear, inner ear, which is your cochlea and all that. Normally nerve endings in the cochlea are about this long. Mine are about this long. So of course they don't pick up a lot of what you can and can't hear. So having been born deaf, didn't really know until I was in kindergarten when the teachers actually saw the signs that if you call me I wouldn't hear you. But I felt the footsteps on the floor walking up behind me, and then I turned around. She had a deaf brother, that's how she picked it. Then sure enough, I was profoundly deaf.
So you just said the words profoundly deaf, which, and I understand that is almost complete loss of hearing, almost. Right, so explain that, put some metrics around that for us so we can understand exactly what that means in terms of the audio spectrum, because I guess we're all car audio people, we sort of have an understanding of that.
My audiogram normally is a graph, starts at 0 dB, then drop down about 120 below. Normal hearing is about 10 to 20 dB below.
Right.
Mine starts at 60, dive to the bare minimum at 1.5 kilohertz.
Wow.
And then flatlines. So anything above 1.5 kilohertz, I cannot hear it.
So your crossover frequency cuts.
Pretty much.
Cuts off.
With a very steep roll off.
Right.
Police sirens, ambulance sirens, I can't hear any of them. I can't hear alarm clock, I can't hear smoke alarms. And I've taken my hearing aid out at night when I sleep, when I'm having a shower, because technically they can't get wet. So at night I hear absolutely nothing.
So how did you come to love car audio?
I spent a lot of my influential 20s in nightclubs, and always wanted that
Never done that.
loud sound in the car. I wanted nightclub on wheels.
That
Ever since I had my first car, I had a stereo. Ever since.
Sounds exactly like my experience. Love it.
And it's just, I've always had a car with stereo, and I cannot drive a car with a stock stereo.
How did you overcome your hearing limitation to, I guess, enjoy hearing music? Like I'm looking around this car, I'm seeing some really nice equipment, really nice installation. I haven't yet heard the car, but I'm waiting. Well, how did you overcome your hearing limitation through the installation process? Again, I'm trying to understand with that limited hearing range that you have, how do you hear the music? Because we're talking of a system that will play from probably, I would imagine, 20 hertz to 22,000 hertz.
Yep.
You're hearing this much of that.
Yep. Installation.
Explain that to me.
Where speaker to install had a big part in that.
So speaker placement critical.
Yes. And also, well, in my case, speaker size. I've had Morel dome mid-ranges. I've had 4-inch mid-range in the kicks. I've had 4-inch mid-range on the dash. I've had dome mid-range on the dash. For me, having the mid-range and tweeted up high, as in this case, works best. Because most of those mids and tweeted run passive, so semi-active three-way front. They're running from 280 hertz up.
Right.
Most of what I can't hear is above the dash, where I can hear it with my ears.
Having them up in the A pillars, you can actually hear them. Right, so you've got your mid-bass in the doors.
Yep.
What's the frequency range for those?
They're cost between 63 and 280 at the moment.
How do you hear them?
I feel them more than hear them.
Feel them more than hear, and of course the subs you're feeling more than you can hear as well. I would
But
imagine.
could my hearing below 1.5 K is what I'll classify almost normal? I can hear them perfectly fine. It's these that I struggle with.
Right.
And I made a compromise between having them off axis, where they are now, to completely on axis for practicality and visibility. I've had big build where they're in your face and they're just bulky, and I struggle driving seeing at that far corner.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
for me, practicality is big thing with this car. I enjoy driving, and to me, having speakers where it doesn't detract from the enjoyment of driving the car is what's important.
Run me through the system, top to bottom.
Okay, up front I've got an Alpine double-din screen.
Okay.
Originally at one stage had 9887 and the ruck controller underneath here,
Yes.
feed
yes.
into an Alpine 701.
So we've got Audison in
Audison
the
bass
pillars.
shape.
Yep.
Three-way front stage, but dual mid-bass three-way. So I'm running dual 6.5-inch mid-bass in the doors.
Passive crossover.
They're run active, but mid and tweet are passive. So I'm
Okay.
running semi-active three-way. I was originally running full active, but when I had a late 9-inch mid-bass. But I wanted to add rear speakers for my daughter to enjoy the music as well while she was in the car. So because of that, with the processor abilities and limitations and the amplification that I had to step down from full active to semi-active three-way to passive mid and tweet. But funnily enough, that sounds better to me passive than it did active.
So what about amplifiers? What have we got?
3 Phoenix Gold TIs. So when Phoenix Gold rebirthed, they brought out the TI amplifiers again. I've got a 2500 watt mono feeding my 3 TI 210s, so 3 10-inch sub and wheel well. I've got 2 4-channels running front and rear, pretty much everything. So 4x125 each.
So you don't actually tune the car
No.
because there's really not a lot of point to it.
Not a lot of point to it, and I can't hear the difference between time correction between left and right and EQ.
Right,
I
okay.
cannot hear the difference.
So tell me a bit about sound quality and how it differentiates from like your bass head.
Chalk and cheese.
Yeah.
Bass head, just want to get loud.
Yeah.
Sound quality is a lot trickier,
Yeah.
a lot more complicated, and a lot more complex.
Yeah.
Sound quality is about trying to get your stereo to sound like you're at a concert, you're at a sound stage.
Yeah.
So basic idea is your dashboard is the stage.
Yeah.
You need to be able to hear where the singer is, where the drummer is, where the bass guitar is.
Yeah.
Try and not pinpoint, but hear how it should be heard.
Yeah.
Like you're sitting in a live concert, the singer should be here,
Yeah.
the drummer is up the back corner. So back when I used to compete in sound quality comps, you should judge on depth. So you should be able to judge, like I've had this car EQing past the windscreen.
Yep.
Which would say the further person sitting where the wipers are.
Yep.
Width, the widest you can get is outside the mirrors,
Yeah.
and height is ideally up eye level.
Okay.
So basically the idea is EQ is to try and get it sounding as clear and as realistic as possible.
As much vibration or no?
No,
No.
you actually don't want to hear the subs. You actually
Okay.
want to more feel them, and they actually help emphasize everything else. So we do time correction, equalization,
Yeah.
and stuff like that to try and help bring the subwoofers up to the front
Yeah.
so they have that impact without actually hearing it.
So tell me about, you do have a hearing impairment.
Mhm.
So tell me about how you go and you've adapted with becoming into sound quality.
I just wanted good quality sound, and I've always loved car audio.
Yeah.
I've always loved music.
Yeah.
Loved it loud, because I
Yeah.
thought louder helped me hear it better. After having my VS, I actually went from old Pioneer bass bullet flip to a set of Dyne Audios.
Yeah.
At the time, people were thinking, why? And to this day, I say the same thing. I want better quality equipment so I can hear it as clear as possible to what I think is right.
Yeah.
Try and help me hear something close to what you hear.
Yeah.
The hearing aids will make up or probably balance out a lot of the EQing with what I can't hear and what I can hear
Yeah.
to make it sound a bit more realistic.
So does that create kind of a barrier when it comes to me listening to what your sound system would be like to you?
What you would hear and what I hear would probably be two completely different things.
Yeah.
Or similar, I don't know.
Yeah.
I've been deaf my whole life, so I wouldn't know any different. But to me, this setup, I enjoy day in, day out at any particular volume.
Yeah.
And I've had people jump in and have a listen and it's like, wow, that just sounds good. Yeah, well, and I did everything myself except for the
Yeah.
trimming. So
Yeah.
I know the ins and outs, and I know what works and what doesn't work for me. Because I've tried
Yeah.
different speakers, different sizes, different locations. I've tried everything.
All right, let's have a listen. Is this something I should close my eyes to, or no?
No. Normally when you're judging, yes,
Yeah.
and judging volume is probably not even that.
Yeah.
But for me, most enjoyable about that.
Wow.
What do you think?
Wow.
Sounds good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It sounded good from outside.
Yeah. Wow.
And the only EQ in this whole setup from the previous tune was 1 dB dip at 40 Hz. That's it. There's no EQ at all. Just a bit of time cut, try and get the sub up, and crossover. That's it. That's all
I've
there
kind
is
of
to
been
it.
hanging to have a listen to this car, and I'm a little bit annoyed that you got to listen to it before I got to listen to it.
Sorry, Craig.
So, can I have a listen, please?
No.
Is that possible?
No?
No.
I'll jump out. Thank you so much, Damien.
welcome.
That was an absolute pleasure.
Thank you.
The tweeters aren't ripping your face off. It's a
No.
really nice balance.
That's what I love about them. And for me, they sound nice. I can actually enjoy them without having them ripping your face off. They're not too bright, they're not in your face. They're nice. It's just enjoyable.
A little bit before when we were talking, you lost the enjoyment of car audio.
Mm-hmm.
Is that related to like one of the worst moments you had in car audio, or
One of few.
what is the worst moment for you in your experience, your journey with car audio?
Not knowing what I know now and having to rely on other people to help guide me through the direction of car audio. And at the time I was heavily into competition scene. And I was given a setup, recommended a setup that would be told would win competitions. And it didn't. It just got to a stage where I did not enjoy it. There was no mid bass, there was no sub bass, the tweeter was in the kick panel, was just nothing there. It got to a stage where I was that annoyed with it that I was literally tempted to strip the car and get rid of the whole damn car.
That's kind of what you've done though, really, hasn't it? It kept the car,
Well,
but perhaps not.
That was 12 years ago now.
Yeah.
I've had numerous setups in that car since. And then I just like, nah, I changed things to get back to what I wanted. Then just progressed from there and got to a stage where sold cars.
Sure.
Then went back to what setup worked for me a long time ago. And then just evolved from there with speaker placement and speaker type.
So what's your iconic piece of equipment now? If there was one piece of car audio equipment that you could have right now, what would it be?
The Phoenix Gold, the one.
Ah, I actually know where there is one of those kicking
I
around.
actually know where there's two.
What is the one piece of car audio advice that you would give to someone starting out in car audio now? Knowing what you've done, going through the journey you've been through, what's that piece of advice you'd give to someone now?
Trust your ears.
Good advice.
I don't have that flexibility, so I've had to trust everybody else's ears, but I've gotten to a stage where you have to trust your ears because you're going to be listening to their stereo day in and day out, and it's got to be what you want it to be, not what everybody else wants to be, not to suit the competition or judging or anything. It's got to be what you want to listen to day in and day out, and you have to enjoy it. If you don't enjoy it, there's no fun in car audio. End of
True.
story.
And that's what it's all about.
Exactly, and I lost that, and with this car where it is now, I found that again, and I'm absolutely loving this car at the moment.
Damien, it's been an absolute pleasure, mate. I have
you.
actually learned a whole bunch of stuff I did not know about car audio just from sitting here talking to you.
All right, anytime.
Thanks, mate. It's
Always happy to
fantastic.
help.
Good on you.
We've just wrapped up another incredible interview. Bassheads, sound quality guys, we want to interview you. We want to hear your story and all about your cars. We look forward to hearing from you.